now emerging from Ferguson, running for cover. As gunfire breaks out, the teenager critically wounded. Police say he pulled out his gun first. Also tonight, the heavily armed men moving in. They call themselves patriots armed with semi-automatic weapons. Also at this hour, Donald Trump set to speak. Will he pivot? As we now hear from Megyn Kelly.
I certainly will not apologize for doing good journalism.
Also developing, the storms hitting the East Coast tonight after hail slams the heartland. Cars washing away in Colorado.
Bye-bye, Daddy's car.
And tonight, the hikers trapped in this dust storm. And late today, the famous actress, the court deciding to send her 2 young children back overseas to their father, even though they're American citizens.
From ABC News World Headquarters, this is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us. And we begin tonight with that developing headline out of Ferguson, Missouri. The state of emergency in place, and now dramatic images coming in showing the moment those peaceful protests gave way to violence. This week, we all saw the images of that parking lot on the 1-year anniversary of Michael Brown's death, that gunfire erupting. Bystanders then running for cover. But tonight here, new surveillance video showing something we had not seen before. As that crowd flees, police pointing out that you can see that young man there holding a gun. Later, he was shot, critically injured. Authorities say he drew his weapon first. And another new development, now heavily armed men, they call themselves patriots, moving in to patrol Ferguson. Some families there saying, go home. ABC's Candace Gibson leading us off from Ferguson.
Tonight, newly released video showing the frantic moments as gunshots send people scrambling for cover Sunday night. A tense scene on the anniversary of Michael Brown's death. Police say Tyrone Harris drew first, and the video shows him grabbing a gun out of his waistband seconds before he was shot by officers. Tonight, Ferguson on edge. More than 100 arrests following 2 consecutive nights of violent clashes between police and protesters.
This is the St. Louis County Police. Stay off the roadway.
Riot police using mace to disperse the crowds last night, moving in quickly after authorities say rocks and frozen water bottles were thrown at them. St. Louis County Police enforcing a state of emergency declared for the area, but now also dealing with a new complication. The Oath Keepers are back. Heavily armed men we first saw on the streets of Ferguson last year during the protests. Tonight, telling me they are out to protect the citizens of Ferguson from police. Your group is there walking the streets with visible.
What would you choose other than a rifle?
What do you think is going to happen in Ferguson tonight?
I hope things are calmer. You know, that's the goal, is to keep people alive.
Some Ferguson residents claiming a double standard.
The idea of a black person carrying an assault rifle, even in the state of Missouri, while we have a police problem killing unarmed black people, yeah, it'd be a problem.
The Oath Keepers say it's unclear if they'll be back on the streets of Ferguson again tonight. That emergency declaration is still in effect, and police say they plan to be out in force this evening. David?
Candace Gibson leading us off tonight. Candace, thank you. We're going to turn now to the race for 2016 and the other developing story at this hour. Donald Trump about to speak. Will he now pivot? Will he try to shift attention to issues after criticizing Fox News anchor Megyn Kelly after her question about the names he's called women before? Megyn Kelly, meanwhile, overnight offering her first words, saying she will not apologize for her question. Here's ABC's chief White House correspondent, Jonathan Karl.
In a bid to move beyond his battle with Megyn Kelly, Donald Trump today sounded an entirely different tone with Fox News.
Glad you're back with us and glad we're friends again.
Well, we are friends, Steve. We've always been friends, and it's great to be back with you.
Trump's peace offering comes after days of attacks against Fox's debate moderators, his harshest comments aimed at Kelly.
You could see there was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
Now Kelly has finally responded.
Mr. Trump did interviews over the weekend that attacked me personally. I've decided not to respond. Trump, who is the front runner, will not apologize. And I certainly will not apologize for doing good journalism. So I'll continue doing my job without fear or favor.
One prominent conservative is calling Trump, quote, the most fabulous whiner in all of American politics. Trump's reaction?
I am the most fabulous whiner. I do whine because I want to win, and I'm not happy about
whiners winners?
But Trump's relentless attack on Kelly is giving new ammunition to Hillary Clinton to attack the rest of the Republican field.
While what Donald Trump said about Megyn Kelly is outrageous, What the rest of the Republicans are saying about all women is also outrageous.
And today, Trump seemed to echo Clinton's criticism, hitting Jeb Bush for suggesting last week that the government spends too much on women's health, a comment he later retracted.
I think that was a terrible mistake that he made, and I think he's the one that has to apologize to women.
And Jonathan Carl with us live tonight. John, Donald Trump back on the campaign trail this week, Iowa, New Hampshire, and your sources now telling you he wants to shift now to specifics about policy.
Well, that's what his campaign says. They say that beginning later this week, Trump, who has been very light on specifics in this campaign, will begin rolling out detailed policy proposals, beginning, David, with immigration, the issue that got this all started.
All right, John Carl live in a very rainy Martha's Vineyard where the president is vacationing. John, thanks to you. And speaking of that weather, we're going to turn now to the extreme weather forecast from coast to coast tonight. Powerful storms moving through the Northeast at this hour, as you just saw. Tornado warnings outside Denver at this hour as well. A funnel cloud just before we came on the air. A dangerous commute today. A powerful storm slamming Conifer, Colorado, Interstate 285. You can see and hear the hail there. A river of mud, meantime, in Colorado Springs.
Bye-bye, Daddy's car.
Watching as the family car washes away, floodwaters lifting the cars. And in Phoenix tonight, look at this, a massive dust storm. Late word, hikers trapped on Camelback Mountain as that dust storm moves in. Here's Chief Meteorologist Ginger Z tonight.
Tonight, frightening moments atop Camelback Mountain in Arizona.
Oh my gosh, we are close to the top of the mountain and there's a giant dust storm coming our way.
A towering dust storm trapping hikers, raking the Phoenix landscape. Visibility near zero at times. And look at this, a funnel cloud and lightning just east of Denver tonight. In Manitou Springs, Colorado, brand new images.
Oh, our mailbox is gone.
Those same streets flash flooding again Monday.
Bye-bye, Daddy's car.
Up to 2 inches of rain inducing the raging muddy waters. It's happened several times since the Waldo Canyon fire in 2012 scarred that mountainside. And on the East Coast, summer storms flooding streets in Connecticut, taking down trees and sparking power outages in New York City. A Tuesday deluge, all while one neighborhood in Boston deals with this, a major sinkhole caused by a water main break. Watch the street overtaken by water.
Just incredible on top of the severe weather there. Let's get right to Ginger now. And we saw that storm hitting New England with John Carl's live shot.
And that cold front is moving through now, David. Right to the maps we go. And you can see from the mid-Atlantic and southeast all the way up here to New York City, we've got those spotty showers, some of which could become storms and then severe storms. We're done with this thing by midnight. We'll dry out, clear out, much less humid. We were talking about that funnel spotted just east of Denver. Well, there's still storms happening, and they're going to be happening through the day on Wednesday. That moisture, the monsoon flow in place. The excessive heat watch, that ridge of high pressure that has been baking the south, actually moves back to the west. Horrible for the northwest, too. It's the low pressure system off that coast that's sparking the lightning and the wind for the fires.
All right, thinking about our viewers in the Northwest as well. Ginger, thank you. New warnings, new outrage tonight in Colorado and New Mexico after that massive spill in the Animas River. Those haunting images, 100 miles, stretching nearly to the Grand Canyon now, contaminated with 3 million gallons of toxic water. These images tonight of the river before and after the accident triggered by the EPA, a vial of river right there, the water glowing yellow. Now officials warning at this hour that heavy rain moving in expected to stir up the toxins in the water. ABC's Clayton Sandell along the river tonight.
Colorado's governor is seeing red over a river turned orange.
It is in every sense unacceptable.
3 million gallons of toxic wastewater turned the Animas River from this to this. Today, the Environmental Protection Agency promised an investigation into how its own cleanup crew mistakenly released the sickly sludge from an abandoned mine.
I am absolutely deeply sorry that this ever happened.
Levels of toxins in the water like lead and arsenic skyrocketed, dropping now, and most of the orange color is gone, but the water is still not safe. The Animas and now the San Juan River in New Mexico are strictly off limits as the plume travels downstream from Colorado all the way to Utah and Lake Powell, a major reservoir for drinking water.
And we're basically just going to dislodge.
Biologist Scott Roberts is racing to help understand what the plume is doing to wildlife.
After 100 hours, these insects at least are still alive.
But David, there may still be long-term health effects for wildlife and people. And tonight it's supposed to rain here, which means some of this toxic residue may wash back into the river. Pollution the EPA administrator will see for herself. She now says she's coming here tomorrow. David?
Clayton Sendell on the scene for us. Clayton, thanks. Tonight, major new developments to tell you about in that deadly crash involving comedian Tracy Morgan. The NTSB now releasing these images from inside Morgan's limo. Those seats crumpled after being rammed by a Walmart truck. And what we've just learned about the truck driver, awake for 28 hours at the time of the crash. ABC's Lindsay Janis on the case.
Tonight, new details on what caused the crash that seriously injured comedian Tracy Morgan. The National Transportation Safety Board blaming the accident on driver fatigue, reporting 35-year-old Walmart truck driver Kevin Roper had been awake for 28 hours when he slammed into the limo van Morgan was riding in. According to the report, Roper was speeding, going 65 miles per hour, 20 over the limit in a construction zone, slamming into the back of Morgan's vehicle, sending it crashing into 3 other cars before flipping onto its side. This photo showing the van's twisted interior. 1 passenger killed, 4 others injured, including Morgan, who suffered a traumatic brain injury. None of them wearing seatbelts. And a sobering statistic tonight. Heavy trucks are involved in nearly 1 in 8 deadly crashes. That number going up to 1 in 4 in construction zones. Regulators saying driver fatigue often a factor. David Roper has pleaded not guilty to vehicular homicide, and tonight his lawyer tells us he disputes the NTSB's conclusions. And just a few months ago, Walmart accepting responsibility, settling a lawsuit with Morgan. David?
Lindsay Janis reporting tonight. Lindsay, thanks. A new and chilling terror arrest tonight right here in America. This young couple from Mississippi, newlyweds, captured as they were about to board a plane. They allegedly planned to tell friends and family they were going on their honeymoon. But authorities say they had a much different plan. And here's ABC's Steve Osunsami.
In this high school photo from homecoming court, she doesn't look at all like she's on her way to jihad. But tonight, federal authorities say that 20-year-old Jalen Young confessed, telling them that she and her new husband were traveling to join ISIS in Syria. Just this spring, she was studying chemistry at Mississippi State.
I know the kind of person that she is, and this doesn't make any sense. She was so smart, top of her class, studying to be a doctor.
Authorities say she praised the attack in Chattanooga last month where 4 Marines were killed. Young and 22-year-old Mohammed Daklala are being held tonight without bond. Authorities say they were arrested with tickets in hand, planning to fly Delta Airlines from Columbus, Mississippi, with U.S. connections to Amsterdam and then on to Turkey. Investigators say from there they plan to slip into Syria. He's also a smart one, graduating from Mississippi State with a degree in psychology. According to this federal complaint, undercover FBI agents pretending to be terrorists exchanged messages with the couple online. I am skilled in math and chemistry, she reportedly tells them, and worked at an analytical lab here at my college campus. We learn very fast and would love to help with giving medical aid to the injury. Inshallah. Steve Osunsami, ABC News, Atlanta.
Steve, thank you. To the economy tonight, a surprise move by China sending stocks here at home plummeting. Overnight, China slashing the value of its own currency. Today, the Dow closing down more than 200 points because of it. Also this evening, we have a major development in that international custody battle making global headlines. The well-known actress Kelly Rutherford in court today fighting to keep her 2 young children here in America. But late today, the court sending them overseas to their father, even though they are American citizens. Here's ABC's Lindsay Davis.
Fighting back tears.
No words. His mom. No words.
Gossip Girl star Kelly Rutherford forced to say a difficult goodbye today to her 8- and 6-year-old son and daughter, who were ordered to go back to Monaco immediately. A New York judge deciding they should continue to live with their father, German businessman Daniel Giersch, who accused Rutherford of kidnapping them when she disobeyed a Monaco court order by not sending them back to Europe last week.
I think when you look at the totality of this case, it's a total miscarriage of justice.
6 years ago, when Rutherford filed for divorce, she and Giersch were supposed to share custody. But when Giersch's U.S. visa was revoked and he was expelled from the U.S., a California judge ruled the children, who were 2 and 5 at the time, should live in Monaco with their dad temporarily while he reapplied for a visa. He never did.
I trusted their father that he would live up to his agreement that it would be temporary, and 3 years has not been temporary.
She argues this is a far cry from shared custody. Because he's not allowed into the U.S., she's forced to go out of the country to visit her kids. It's been a legal hot potato on both sides of the Atlantic. But today, Girsha's attorney says he's thrilled with the ruling.
He's very excited to have his children back.
Now, because she did not abide by the terms of the agreement, there is a concern that it could mean less access to her kids in the future. The next court date is set for Monaco early next month. David.
Very long battle. All right, Lindsay, thank you. There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Tuesday. Home improvement store Lowe's in hot water tonight. The African-American delivery driver called off the job allegedly because of the color of his skin. His boss at Lowe's phoning him to tell him the customer only wanted a white person to make the delivery. What the company is now saying tonight. And then this.
I got you, sweetie. I got you.
The moment a desperate uncle pulls his little 11-month-old niece from a terrible car accident, pulling her out of the car seat. It's just incredible. And later right here, Made in America is back tonight. U2, Eric Clapton, Katy Perry's band, and yes, me. They give me a shot at the Fender guitar and the workers in the factory tonight saying it's Made in America.
Did you know that meeting your daily protein needs actually helps to support your muscle health? Boost High Protein Nutritional Drink can help you get the protein you need. Each serving has 15 grams of protein to help maintain muscle, plus 26 vitamins and minerals, including calcium and vitamin D, to support strong bones. Boost High Protein is the #1 selling high-protein complete nutritional drink, and it has a great taste, guaranteed. Help get the nutrition you need every day with Boost High Protein. Brand power, helping you buy better.
Jim's a proud hotel owner, and he works hard at keeping his hotel in great shape. But Jim's frustrated. His hotel received a review on a well-known travel website, and it's unfair.